Are you a real estate agent or a mortgage lender not knowing where your next deal is going to come from? Are you worried that your future is going to be thrown to the wayside by AI? Are you thinking that this real estate market is going to stay this way or even further destabilize? You're not sure if you could hold on to this career path. Are you one leg in, one leg out? My name is Sunny Singh. I'm the broker owner of KEES Lending.
And I'm David Muraoka, and I'm with KEES Homes.
All right, so check this out. First and foremost, listen, everything you're feeling is natural. Yesterday's top producers are today's people that are hurting. They're not even closing a single deal. I promise you this. As somebody who chased whales for 20 years of my career, if you don't know what whale hunting is, I would only dial and call and meet with and network with agents that had large accounts, that had, that closed many sides a year so that I could work with, eagles fly with eagles is what they said. But I can promise you that many of the people on my whales list that were whales yesterday are not there today, because this is one of those businesses where it's feast or famine. This is one of those businesses where every month you restart that scoreboard. Right. With that being said, this is how this video is going to go. I'm going to spend 2 minutes talking about the psychology of what's happening with many lenders right now. I'd love for you to spend 2 minutes talking about psychology of everybody that's a real estate agent right now. And then after that, I'm going to give you a 2 to 3 minute drill on what I'm personally doing. If you're wondering if we have some sort of angle and, trying to recruit or do the next big MLM model and tell you how wildly successful you could be here, you're wrong. That's not what this is about. We are not hiring. We are not bringing on any more agents or loan officers. We just do this because we have a big love for the industry and we've been in the industry for a long time. So David, can you just share with me a little bit about what it's like not for you, but what do you think the general consensus is right now for a real estate agent?
They're struggling. They don't know where to get their clients. They don't know what to do with their listings. Their buyers are just kind of tossing their hands in there and saying, well, maybe it's a lead generation problem, or maybe it's the brokerage I'm at. And I've talked to a lot of agents that are saying, hey, you're at KEES, are you guys hiring? What's your split or that? You're just kind of looking for the next big thing, hoping that, hey, if I switch brokerages, things are going to get better for me, or they're going to offer something that I can just kind of sit back and get those leads coming in.
I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing a lot of movement. I'm seeing, first and foremost, if you guys want to know statistically what's happening with our industry, I saw this. I believe it was from CoreLogic. It might have been from MMI. I don't know. I'll cite it and try to list it down below. But in 2021, Matt, there was in January of 2021, right after renewals for NMLS, for your license, there was 441,000 licensed loan originators nationally. Do you guys want to know what that number was at the beginning of this year? Yeah. It was 91,000. Wow. And so we're in August, September, October, November, December. We have another renewal upon us. Renewals aren't cheap, especially if you're multi-state licensed, right? Yeah. So they're forecasting that this is going to be in the 60s. Whoa. So that's 60,000 NMLS unique identifier codes lenders nationally serving the populace, okay? Yeah. So that's a statistical fact. Number two, you're seeing two split type of personalities. You're not seeing three, you're seeing two. The first is someone optimistic, someone who's like, hey, you know what? There's less of them out there, so less competition for me. I'm going to go crush, right? I'm going to go service more customers. I'm going to pick up channel accounts. I'm going to go pick up real estate agents. The second one is going to be a little bit more pessimistic, glass half empty. They're like, man, I don't know. Maybe the best times are behind me. COVID really is where I made my money. I serviced all my customers. My whole database now has a 2 or 1% behind her, a sub-3 interest rate. A lot of my real estate agents have already fell by the wayside because they've gotten out of the industry because it's gotten so tough over the last 2 years. This has not been like an overnight process. This has been since January 2022 that rates went up, and we've probably been in one of the longest recessions that no one's really talking about. The last time we had rates with the 3 in front of it was March of 2022. So that's 23, 24, 25, and now we're entering 26. That's almost 4 years that we're going to be in this type of lull. Are there still originators having the greatest months that they've ever had in their career and breaking records? Sure. That's every industry. But I would say the majority that I'm seeing that have left the industry or that are still in the industry, they're struggling. And they're struggling with three categories. They're either struggling with lead generation, they're either struggling with systems and processes, or they're struggling with scaling. Okay, scaling is actually like building a team, and actually, it's different from systems and processes. Mm-hmm. What are you seeing?
Kind of similar thing. Not so much the scaling, but I am seeing that there's two type of agents right now. One that is killing it because there's less agents out there really producing on a monthly, yearly basis, and the other one is just kind of like, hey, should I get a state job? Should I, do some type of DoorDash or something just to supplement because I haven't closed a deal in 6 months. So that's really what I'm seeing out there. And then you have those, those agents that are, they close a deal here, close a deal there, and they're saying, well, I've got a bunch of listings now, but they don't know what to do with them. Those listings are sitting on the market 40 days, 50 days, 60 days, and they're just kind of scratching their head. And now they've got sellers saying, well, what's going on? And they're just telling them, hey, let's just reduce the price because they're not doing those extra steps to really get that house sold.
With the adoption of AI, and we're seeing rapid changes. ChatGPT 5.0 just came out, or 5 just came out, right? Yeah. If you're not using the following GPTs, like if you're not using the following LLM/agentic AIs, you're sleeping, right? I'm not going to give you a listed slew of AI tools because I'm not trying to do that. But if you're not using Manus, if you're not using Galaxy.ai, you want to start anywhere, go to Galaxy.ai. It's like $5 or $12 a month. And you can actually do a prompt and have 8 different models. You can have Grok, Deep Search, ChatGPT 4.0 or Mini. You can have 5. You can have Llama. You can have 8 different models give you an answer. So right now, if you're in the struggle bus, or even if you're killing it, I want to share with you one piece of empathy. We've all been there. Last year, if you want to know a personal number, if I didn't go into flipping last year, I would have probably been in some deep doo-doo. Last year, I closed 11 loans. The beginning part of the year, call me a saint, but customers would call me and be like, this isn't the time. You don't want to do this. Hold off, right? The back half of the year, especially in September when we started seeing rates go to the 5s, just for that brief month, I picked up some refis and I helped some clients purchase a home. Mm-hmm. But last year, my main focus was flipping houses. This year, I'm starting from scratch, it feels like, and I'm going into it. Some of the things that I'm doing that I'm starting off with, and I hope you're paying attention to this, is I'm giving myself an unrealistic time frame. I'm giving myself 90 days. And I said, if in 90 days I can't scale my pipeline and get it to where it once was, I'll leave. But in those 90 days, I'm going to put in like 2 years worth of effort in 90 days. And I'm not going to be afraid to spend money. So if you have a lead generation problem, pay attention. You need to figure out what your true value offering is. Create a value offering. I'm not talking about, I can close quick. My rates are the cheapest. I can waive your fees. I can do rescue deals. I can do niche products. Like, that's not it. That's you're leaning on a product. Those things will still be there after you're out of the industry, or if you're, graduated in something else. But what I'm saying is find a value add. If you want to know mine, I'm finding there's a huge miss and a hole in education and financial literacy. So I've created courses now. This is not overnight. I've created some, what I think are some really cool courses. What do you think of the courses? I mean, they're pretty.
I think they're really well done.
Cutting edge, right? And I'm giving them away for free. And I'm allowing it to grow my community. And as my community grows, I just want to service that community and say, I don't want to call them and commission Brett say, do you need a loan or a pre-approval? Like, I'm going to call them and say, is there anything else we can do to help you get more financially sound, get more financially educated? That's what I'm going to do. And so I'm going to focus on baby actions, my baby goals. My baby goal right now is to get 1,000 users in my community. Okay. My baby goal after that would be, probably something else like conversion metrics. On top of that, I'm spending money. I'm opening my wallet and spending money on creating a funnel. I've created a funnel. You can create one. You can use AI to do this for you. Create a funnel and start putting as many people in the top of funnel as you can, and eventually it'll sift and it'll turn into closings. Last thing I'm doing, I'm making use of VA. They're like, oh, what do you do, a VA for processing loans? No. I have a processor for that full time. Are you using VA for cold calling? No, that's a TCPA violation. That's a compliance issue. That's a finable offense. So what are you using it for? I have 4 VAs right now. They're full-time VAs and they're AI operators. Their whole job, like half their week, is learning more about AI and how we can streamline our process. And the other half is to literally figure out how we can utilize AI within our business to make the business more productive. To give an example, I'm in a meeting with you right now. I'm doing this podcast right now, right? I'm going to be in client meetings after this. If you call my number, a lifelike AI named KEES, right, will answer, and it will speak with you and give you, it has all the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Ginnie Mae guidelines in it, non-QM lenders that I use guidelines in it, so that if a customer asks a live guideline question, it can answer. It has the knowledge base inside of it. Number 2, its goal is to schedule an appointment or set up a time for me to call back. What are some things that you're doing right now?
I am actually, because kind of taking a page out of your playbook and really using AI to say, methods to sell my listings faster, because again, you talk to 10 different agents and they kind of give you the same thing. It's, do an open house, canvas the area, put out flyers. That only works so much. Now with social media and the internet, you really have to use that to your advantage. So, I used the AI, I said, give me some out of the box ideas, and, I have to give you credit. I implemented it, and honestly, the next day I got, I don't want to say like just use it as like, oh yeah, just for this podcast, but it really did happen. Like within 2 days, I got offers on 2 listings.
Wow. Yeah. So would it be okay for you to share that prompt as well as that? You don't have to, but would it be, I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah. Would you be okay with sharing that prompt with maybe some of your competition or some people in your market?
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing to hide. I mean, AI, I don't own AI. It's out there.
We'll go ahead and post the prompt link down below, as well as the PDF of the results that spit out for the prompt, so you can copy and paste and use it yourself. What are some other things that you're seeing where you're able to generate leads? Do you have a lead generation problem right now?
I don't.
So this is let's touch on this. Mm-hmm. This is a tough ass market. Okay, like it's fucking tough, right? You have to screen through buyers. Buyers are timid. Mm-hmm. Buyers don't qualify all the time. Yeah. How are you not having a lead generation problem right now?
You know what? I just I didn't waste money going on Zillow or Realtor.com to try to buy leads, because you're competing with anywhere from 5 to 6 other agents for that same person, and by the time you call them, they're tired. They don't want to hear your voice. They don't want to talk to you. So I talked to you and kind of got together, say, what's the best thing to do? So having AI and kind of using that to develop an ad, put it on social media, and they're just rolling in.
You're running a meta ad.
Yeah.
That's a top of funnel ad. Mm-hmm. And how many leads have you generated in the last 45 days?
About 300 plus.
Shut up.
Yeah.
300.
Yeah.
So 300 people raise their hand. They want to have some sort of conversation about buying a home.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not a cold calling lead. It's like they've raised their hand, like you said.
Yeah.
And they've given you all their information. So it's just a warm lead, and you just have that conversation.
I'm Indian. This is not a racial deprecation joke on myself, but as an Indian Punjabi, like, we're business owners. Mm-hmm. Gas stations, convenience stores, marts, subways, I remember being young, and my uncle would be like, oh, you know what? It costs $500,000 to buy a property and have a liquor store in Hayward. I mean, this was like 90s, That stuck with me. This is one of the only industries where you don't have to spend $500,000 to take out a brick and mortar, as well as have and hold product or inventory or employees. All you got to do is you got to whip out your money, okay? And buy leads, whether it's Google leads, whether it's Meta leads, whether it's TikTok leads. Buy some stuff. I know people don't want to hear this. I know people are like, oh, we got to have 100% referral business. How are you going to get referrals if you don't have clients to get referrals from? Number 2, you know what I dislike about the referral-based business? It's not scalable. There's 100 different people in 100 different coaching programs. I was in a really bad, awesome coaching program, and they're like, you got to go after, past client referrals, PCRs, CCRs, current client referrals, and we would get them, and we could scale them, but only after you had a pretty good database. And those coaching programs actually qualified you. You had to make a certain amount and have had enough closings before you can even enter that program. So somebody that's starting from scratch, like I am, that makes you feel better, 23 years in the industry, no ego, no pride, let's strip it away, starting over. My pipeline's just like yours. All my clients have 2% and 1% rates. If they call me and they say, I want a cash out refi, I'm like, no, you're going to get a HELOC. You have a great rate. You're not touching that. Like, that's what I'm working on. But I am going to share one more tactic I am doing. A lot of my customers are house rich. They don't have a lot of funds in the bank. And a lot of them work for private organizations. They don't work for states or government entities that are going to give them a pension one day. So they're truly relying on SSI and whatever their 401k contribution is. Unfortunately, life happens, and a lot of folks, people even watching this, don't maybe have enough in their 401ks. What's a really good way to get, some wealth going? Build your real estate portfolio. And you don't have to do it solely in California. You can do it in other states. Yeah, you'll have to pay the state income tax for that state, but when you factor that in, you're still cash flowing, like a lot. So what I'm doing is I'm now counseling those that are ready, that are financially stable. They don't have credit card debt. They already have 3 to 6 months of reserves. They already have 6 months of payments. Just in case they fall off a ladder and break their back, they're good. They have an emergency buffer after that. I'm contacting them and saying, hey, you have $400,000 on your loan. Your house is worth $1 million, or you owe $200,000 on your loan in Tracy, and it's worth $650,000 or $850,000. You want to pull a couple hundred out and buy some houses cash in another state, or buy in this state one house cash and use that cash flow. Yes, you'll be taxed on it on your Schedule E. You can have that conversation with your tax professional. But dude, the appreciation we've seen in California is unlike any other appreciation. And guess what? Even if you don't have equity growth in the form of the sale of the property actually appreciating, you have forced appreciation if you have a loan. Your tenant's paying the mortgage down. So I'm actually having those conversations to expand and create true wealth for my clients. If you are thinking, oh man, this is just another tactic for you to get loans, shame on you. You're a part of the problem. You're the reason why that people don't trust individuals. No, could it be that I'm really doing that not just to build my pipeline in my business, but also to be able to help a consumer like gain real estate wealth? All this TikTok, Instagram bullshit they see where everyone's living off of mailbox money, why can't they be a part of it? What are you doing?
What am I doing? Actually having those tough conversations with clients saying, hey, you know what? Your life situation is kind of difficult. You have a lot of bills, kind of similar to what you're doing and kind of educating them. But, you say you can get a HELOC, but you're not going to be able to take out enough money to cover your bills. So, why don't you think about selling your home and using that equity, pay off all your bills, and you can still buy an affordable home right now because look at the market right now. It's a buyer's market, so take advantage of that. So, it's tough for people to say, well, I've been in this house for a long time, but wouldn't you be happier being debt-free?
You're having a lot of tough calls.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that. You have calls with consumers who are really loss of a spouse, divorce. Like I'm in my 40s, you're almost 50. In this age group, people start getting really tired of the roommate situation, Yeah. And a lot of you married folks in your 40s can relate. And they end up saying, what, this isn't healthy anymore. And they part ways. They do it amicably. I'm seeing more amicable divorces than I have ever in my life post-COVID. Ever. Before COVID, it was like you over there, we over here. Now it's like they're coming to the table, signing their loan documents together, high-fiving one another almost sometimes, right? They're not mad at each other. They just wanted a break. But you're having a tough conversation with these individuals going, your equity position is here. Your debt position is here. We'll sell the home, pay off all your debts so you don't have to file bankruptcy, and then you can move on in a different way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's one more tactic you can give to a real estate agent watching this that would help them be able to change their pipeline?
You know what? Talk to another agent. My phone is open. You can call us and say, hey, what are you guys doing? I don't have any secrets to
But I don't want to call you. You're going to recruit me. That's what they all do. Let's get a coffee and you recruit you. Next thing you know, I'm working for.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to recruit you because we're not hiring. But yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing, and then it's just up to you if you want to go ahead and follow it.
Can you teach them before we end this? Can you teach them what you did with your VA? You have a VA, full-time VA, and they manage your social media. Can you talk about that? That's only been like a month,
right?
How's that been going?
It's going good. I just have a team meeting with them and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I need, and then this is the time frame. And then I give them all the information, give them the photos or whatever, and then they handle everything. And they're like, okay, set to go. And they just tell me, hey, when do you want us to post it or do whatever? And it's that simple.
And literally, I think they created like 150 pieces of content for you through Canva.
Yeah.
It wasn't even hard.
No, not at all.
How much does this cost you? Like $200, $300 a month?
Maybe $200.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, so there you have, folks. We'll try to do something like this once every quarter. Maybe more frequent if it helps individuals. There's a ton of different videos out here on YouTube that you could watch that'll hopefully increase your business, but it's not too late. You could still do a lot of good. Don't make this business about a check. Make this about truly making relationships. Make this to where your clients become your friends. They want to hang out with you. They want to become a fan of yours, and they want to refer you like crazy. Anything you want to tell them?
Oh, same thing. Yeah, absolutely. This is a relationship business. Be in the business of helping people. That's why, yes, we sell houses, but we're helping people and be part of their one little chapter in their life. Just do good.
Do good. Yeah. All right, guys, there you have it.